Hi guys, I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. This message is going to be for July 19th through 21st, 2022. However, when you see it, if it resonates with you, then that's Spirit's way of telling you that it's for you. I just like to see what we might expect in energies for the next few days. So the first card that came out is the polar bear. This is all about standing up for yourself, taking action. 2-2, guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes. That's about duality, so you guys may be experiencing a lot of duality right now. But anyway, this is talking about standing up for yourself, as well as no concern or worries of how something is going to pan out. So for some of you, it's about detachment from a outcome to a situation. They're saying yes. The mouse is a card of overlooking details. This could be details that Spirit has given you in multiple ways, is what I'm feeling. Yes, yes, yes. So pay attention to signs, synchronistic events, music lyrics that you may be hearing. If you're seeing images in the clouds, 101, guys, look that up as well. Then you might want to pay attention to those as well. I'm also seeing the horse as an animal spirit, so you may want to check into what the horse symbolism is. But what I'm feeling from this is intuition. I feel a lot of what do you call it? I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. Picking up a pace, I guess, is the right way of putting it. Yes, they're saying. So they're showing me picking up the pace. So there's something, a situation, maybe something that you're working on, you're picking up the pace, or this is Spirit's way of telling you need to do so. And then for many of you, you're realizing that you're a lot tougher than you think that you are. You've been going through a lot of 144, a lot of experiences that are pulling you in multiple directions. I do feel like a lot of us are in this energy of not knowing what to do and just standing still, which is not a bad place to be. A lot of us feel like it's a bad place to be just because we're human, and when we experience a standstill, we feel as if we're not doing enough to move forward. But this is Spirit's way of saying that's not the truth here. The case is that some things Spirit is just working out. It's like a time of waiting and while things are being woven. So for many of you, you may be led to go different places than what you have been lately. 222. For a lot of you, this is referring to meditating and setting intentions on astral traveling to a certain space. For a lot of you, this may even be your starseed connections, connecting with the different planets that maybe you have helped seeded or things of that sort. But I do feel like a lot of us are being led into nature. For whatever reason, nature is calling our names. It should always be calling your name, just because the connection with nature helps us to get connected with oneness. It also helps us to connect with Spirit in a different way. There's multiple reasons to connect with nature, but trusting where you're being led at this time. For some of you, just seeding your energy, seeding your light in a specific city, state, maybe going over to a friend's house, and you just know that that's what you're meant to do. You have these intuitive flashes, these inner knowings, just these gut instincts that says, spread your light right here, or expand your light here, or maybe absorb the light that's in this energy, in this area. So for a lot of you, that's what you're being asked to do right now. While you're in this time of stillness, the time of experiencing winter, which means there's not a lot happening. It seems, okay, they're saying it seems as if 333, there's not a lot happening. However, in this stillness, in this time of filling the void, in the backgrounds, there's actually a lot that's really happening. You're still processing a lot of emotions right now. 3, 4, 5, guys, look that up as well. But the processing of a lot of emotions and being still at the same time is helping people to see things from a totally different perspective. Yes, yes, yes. But embrace the stillness, because in this stillness, there's some things that are going to be seen a little bit different. It might even be like a hangman energy, 404, guys, where you're being held still just for a moment, or even hermit energy is what I'm feeling, being held still for just a moment so things can come to you a little bit differently. And I feel like it's processing emotions differently, and I'm hearing yes. So definitely some emotional purging, some times of even I'm feeling like a spaced out feeling, the need for being alone, maybe not wanting to be alone, but the need for being alone is probably very important right now as well. They're saying yes. Am I supposed to continue with these cards? Okay, thought so. And then go to the crystal cards. Thank you. A lot of us are in need of depending on higher self right now. So connection with higher self through meditation. 4, 5, 6, guys. Through meditation is really important. listening to the inner voice, deciphering what is higher self speaking to you and guiding you, and what is like Holy Spirit, what is your human that's talking to you. So really asking the questions like, is it me, my human, that was thinking this? If it's a no, then was it of love and light? If it's a yes, then it could be from spirit. It could be from your angels, your guides. It could also be from higher self. If it's of that kind of energy, then you want to put time and energy into it. If it's something of a lower vibration, then you want to send it love and send it on its way, because when you push love into those lower vibrations, they just flee. So for many of you, you're just deciphering between what is what. Many of us have more talent that is awakening. So this could be spiritual gifts that are starting to develop. This could also be like natural talents that you may have, like artist, musician, woodworker. It could be a gazillion million things. But this is a time of 555, positive change and transformation, where you're transforming and being initiated into what it is that you're very passionate about. Or maybe it's just that your heart is starting to show you the things that your soul is passionate about. So for a lot of us, really listening to what the inner child is saying is helping us to see what our passions are. So I'm feeling like a slowness in awakenings. I was feeling like a progressive energy, something that was moving pretty rapidly, and I still feel that, but hear me out. In the physical human sense, on the spiritual sense, it's moving very fast. On the physical human sense, it's a slow moving energy, a lot of standing still, a lot of trying to figure things out, but not really the need for figuring things out. Spirit's like, you don't have to figure anything out right now. We need you to just sit still and observe. So for many of you, sitting back and just taking a breather, relaxing a little bit, allowing yourself to kind of just see the way things are going. My new affirmation is, I flow, I don't control. I flow, I don't control. So I'm going with the flow. I'm moving with the energies just the way that they are, no matter what kind of feelings I may be going through. I'm constantly what am I trying to say? I'm constantly moving myself in a new direction for whatever it is that my mind may be thinking, and trying to flow with what the universe is doing for me, whether it be a negative type thing or a positive type thing, because those negative things, there's experiences that I'm supposed to have out of it that's going to teach me something. So many of you are going through even things of that sort, but a sense of feeling innocent is even coming through with this card. It does say that, but it's actually coming through. The energy of innocence is coming through. So that childlike innocence. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. What other messages do you have for us, please, for the 19th through the 21st, for all those who are already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please? Things are being completed. Cycles are finishing up or ending. For some of you, you're moving into an energy of engagement or marriage. That's not going to resonate with everybody, but for many of this is just talking about a completion of something. I feel like a lot of things are being completed because many of you are just continuing to push forward. No matter what, you're continuing to push forward. Even if you don't know what to do and you feel like you're just standing still, you're still pushing forward in some way, shape, or form. For many of us, this pushing forward is an emotional pushing forward. We're just flowing with the emotions, no matter what they may make us feel or do to us or what have you, and just processing. I feel like this is a time of a lot of processing. Yes. So this is a card of honor. This is also a card of business success. So a lot of probably positive comments are coming to you about how much hard work and dedication you've been putting in, seeing, you know, how good you are at something, or, you know, really receiving uplifting words of things that you're doing when it comes to like your talents and hobbies. So people are really starting to notice, is what I'm feeling. Yes, yes, yes. Recognition. Noticing that there's jobs well done, or that you're good at something. Helping you to feel more empowered is what I'm getting. Courageous to push through and do even more of whatever it is that you're sharing with others. I feel like a lot of us are in an energy of letting go of family members, friends, maybe even careers and things like that, but letting go of things that just don't fit with our vibration of love right now. Many of you, this is letting go of parents. So what I mean is, by letting go, is you don't have to completely push them out of your life, but you choose not to always hang around with them. You choose not to give them information about your process because you're constantly getting judged. You just learned that there's things that I can and cannot say around them, can and cannot do around them, and that I'm better off if I don't spend as much energy with this said person, that I feel more in my energy of who I truly am. I can be exactly who I am without having to put on a mask. So for many of you, you're probably feeling like the only way to take a mask off and show the world the real you, whatever that is to process through these emotions and letting go of people that are possibly holding you back from being the real you, whatever that is. Yes, they're saying. Which cards do I get to now? Which cards? Continue with these. Seen the shorter cards, so I thought it was those still. What other messages do you have for us, please, for the 19th? 11/11, guys. That's about spiritual awakening, staying positive, manifestation, new beginnings. Okay, there's going to be some risk. A lot of you are probably feeling as if leaving behind these family members, these friends, are really going to put you in a bad space. Maybe you're even feeling guilty for leaving people behind or not hanging out with them as much. And this is Spirit's way of saying that some risks are worth taking. It's also a number 1 card, which is about new beginnings, manifestations. But I do feel like this risk that this is referring to is a risk that is worth taking. It's going to provide some sort of new form of stability, maybe even levels of empowerment that's helping you to push forward. But I do feel like for the majority of us, this is referring to there's some risks that are worth taking, and it may not feel like it at the time, but still go where you're being led. This is a card of trusting in your intuition, trusting in that inner guidance, the higher self, guides, angels, whatever it is that's guiding you to a certain destination. It's asking you to trust that, okay? Trust that this risk is going to pay off in the long run. And they're saying yes, yes, yes. This could be in a career movement. It could be moving away from people. This just could be referring to a risk that's worth taking in your spiritual journey. There may be something that you're developing and you wasn't really for sure if you should develop it because you wasn't, you didn't know enough about it. I don't know, but I do feel like for many of you, this is talking about something to do with your spiritual connection, spiritual journey. So the next card that came out is charity. This is about giving to others. I also am getting an energy of authority from this one. I'm actually getting authority from both of these cards. So you may be in a position of authority, or maybe you're around people that are in positions of authority, and those are some of the people or energies that you're releasing and letting go of. But I do believe that there's some people around you that are of authority, and I even feel a sense of some jealousy from some of maybe your friends or family members, and it may just be because you're on this journey that's awakening you and you're changing and transforming. And 1331, they're just not quite ready for the new person, or maybe they just don't understand all of a sudden why all these changes and stuff. So I do feel like there's some people kind of observing and watching you and kind of being jealous of you, or maybe not liking the new you. This new you, this new and improved you that's standing up for yourself and standing up for the truths and the things that you believe in differently than the other truths that you used to have that have changed into these new ones. So for a lot of you, you're feeling these moments of wanting to be alone, needing to isolate. I feel like a lot of grief is coming. So one of the emotional things that some of you are going through is releasing that guilt and shame from having to leave people behind. Again, you got to remember, you don't have to leave them forever. It doesn't mean that you have to completely move out of their life. It just means that in those times when you're not feeling like you're ready to be around somebody that's like that, then not to do so, or what have you. What this is telling you. But this is about connections, and some of them not being the best for you. That it's gonna feel like a risk, but take it and move forward. Some of you may even want to negotiate some boundaries with people. Yes, they're saying boundaries is the big thing with this card. Explaining to people like, look, if you complain or talk about other people, or if you're somebody that's going to lie or what have you, something that you're constantly seeing somebody do and they're aware that they probably do it, but they just don't care that it affects you. Setting up that boundary that if this energy is brought into our connection, then I'm going to have to not come back, or we're going to have to just stay in separate houses and only talk on the phone. Whatever it is, 1515, that you're feeling you need to negotiate and set boundaries, and how you need to set boundaries, then you need to do so. Which cards do I go to, please? Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. What other messages do you have for us, please, for July 19th through 21st, 2022? For all those already aware, thank you, that they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process. So a lot of you are going through new beginnings in love, romance, connections with friends, family members, things of that sort. It doesn't surprise me with all these other cards that are coming out. However, for some of you, this is just talking about your emotional balance. There's something to do with your emotional body coming into balance. So a lot of probably heartfelt energies and knowings and understandings, and just becoming aware of things in a different way, which is bringing on a lot of new energies, a lot of adjusting energies is what else I'm feeling. For some of you, it's making you feel pretty abundant. What other messages do you have for us, please? July 19th through 21st, 2022. For all those already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please. Woo! Okay, so conclusions are within reach. This is just telling me that there's some things that you're observing and seeing a little bit differently that is giving you a totally new perspective on things, helping you to adjust or let go, or heal something differently because of the way that you're looking at it. I do feel like, just like I was saying, I flow, I don't control. That many of you will probably resonate with that affirmation, that you're learning to flow with what the universe, the angels, your guidance is doing for you. Maybe even flowing with the intuitive visions that you may be having, or what have you. But flowing is what I'm feeling. And then you and your loved ones are safe. I'm not really getting anything from this card, but what it normally indicates is that someone might be worrying about a specific family member or friend, and maybe some of you are just worried about, like, how are they going to react to me not hanging out with them anymore, or what have you. And you just continue to go with the flow, and continue to set those boundaries, and continue to do whatever it is that you need to do by walking away, letting go. Or maybe for some of you, it's saying that you need to stay around somebody. But I do feel like this is just saying that things are going to work out just as they should. If you flow, you're going to see that things are just starting to change. I feel like balance is coming to a lot of our emotional bodies. Maybe even some balance coming in the physical life. But I feel like most of the next few days is going to be balance in the emotional body. Feeling like you need to be alone and just processing and seeing things a little bit differently. Yes, they're saying. What other messages do you have for us, please, for July 19th through 21st, 2022? For all those already aware they're on an ascension journey. Thank you. Animal spirit symbolism, animal spirit guides, connection with animals for healing, for guidance, meaning helping you to navigate to and through your next destination. So if you're seeing something that keeps repeating, like crickets, I helped a cricket get out of my water in my washer yesterday. I was filling up my washing machine and there was a cricket in there just trying to get out, and so I helped him out. And then last night, went and picked up a pizza, and there was a cricket inside this business, and it was starting to turn black, which means it's dehydrated. So I tried 20 million times after it jumping out and finally got it. But crickets, about abundance, continuing to push forward, hopping over obstacles, things of that sort. So animal spirit guides are really helping you to navigate through into your next destination, helping you to get through some of the emotions, maybe even that you're going through, as well as connection with meditation is very, very important right now. So seeing things from a totally different perspective due to meditating and asking for guidance. I feel as if a lot of you, connection with higher self is going to come through setting intentions at the beginning of your meditations and asking that higher self will be revealed to you. Maybe you'll see like what higher self looks like. Maybe some of you won't have any images at all, but just know 2002 that higher self is giving you a certain message or what have you. You'll start to learn and understand about higher self. The more that you connect in meditation and ask and set intentions for that, the more that will happen. Also, connection with angels guiding you through music lyrics, repeated numbers, 2022. Repeated music lyrics, repeated numbers, also through these internal knowings. A lot of you are starting to resonate with the energy of the angels being in your heart space. So understanding that they're already a part of you and not necessarily on the outside of you, but just projections from the heart space. Anyway, some of you are connecting with them in that sense. Yes, they're saying. Soul Star Chakra. Connection with spirit and higher self is deepening. I will develop my spiritual abilities and psychic gifts. I will let go, ascend, transcend. I am enlightenment. Solar Plexus Chakra governs personality, ego, and identity, as well as freedom, choice, and authenticity. Personal power. I am confident in the presence of others. I am laughter. I keep a good sense of humor. I am a warrior. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow. If you're interested in a full reading giveaway, please like this video as well as putting an affirmation or your name as well as a date down in the comments below, and I'll put you in on this list to be entered in to win that. Thank you to anybody who is ordering or setting up appointments with me, ordering services. If you're interested in that, you can reach out to me at uniqueme303healing.net. That is my website, or get a hold of me through Facebook Messenger is also a good way. But anyway, I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. 2202, so the opposite of the 2022, so that came out two different ways. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. I will be getting a healing video out either tonight or tomorrow, so be looking for that. If you're interested in free or paid readings, I'm going to be going live on a Facebook group called Healings, Readings, Empowerment, and More with Trish-Poe. And you need to be a member or I will not see your comments. You will not get a reading tonight if you're not a member. So make sure that you're going and asking to be a member. I'm starting that at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you guys there. Much love to you. Bye.